Hello, good morning everyone, and welcome to this webinar. I hope you can hear me well. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hi, everyone. I would request Iolanda if you could share one slide. Thank you. Good morning everyone. It's a pleasure to welcome you to this webinar organized by Epicentre project that aims to support SMEs and startups. During the next few hours, we will have insightful presentations from experienced professionals in the fields of entrepreneurship, leadership, business development, and legal matters. First of all, I will be presenting. I'm Núria, project manager of Epicentre project and project manager in digital cluster of Catalonia. And I will give you a brief introduction and presentation about Epicentre project and how you can get benefits from it. Following that, we will have Iolanda Marchueta. She's a senior advisor and professor who will be sharing her true life experience in women entrepreneurship and leadership. And she will have a very entertaining and interesting presentation. Then we will move on Rivero, an expert in business development and strategic planning. He will introduce you to the Lean Startup and Lean Experiment Map. Lastly, Marc, an expert in corporate mentoring and entrepreneurship, will talk about fundamentals of corporates and SMEs collaboration strategy in terms of legal and intellectual property matters. I hope you find these presentations very informative and interesting. So without further ado, let's begin. I will first do an introduction about Epicentre project, and I will present some slides. I will need to ask Iolanda if you can stop sharing, and I will start sharing. Thank you. So I will share some slides about Epicentre. I hope you can see well my presentation. So, Epicentre project. What is Epicentre? Epicentre is a project funded by the Single Market Program from the European Commission, and its objective is to envision to create new cross-sectoral borders value chains with establishing corporates, big companies, and SMEs and startups in the areas of ICT, fintech, health, and agri-food. It's a program of accompaniment, acceleration to transfer the market innovative solutions between SMEs and startups with corporates into different calls. Today, we are presenting Epicentre because we are starting the first call today. Who we are in this project? We are 3 partners as from digital cluster from Catalonia, focused on ICT. Then we have Litmea from Lithuania. They are focused on food sector. And then we have Campania Bioscience from Italy, and they are specialized on life science. So these 3 clusters are collaborating to bring together to the Epicentre project. But most important, what is Epicentre? So in the last 6 months, we've been working with corporates, and they have presented us their real challenges they have in the sectors of ICT, fintech, agri-food, and health. And now we have the step where SMEs and startups will start an acceleration program. It's a 3-step funnel acceleration program divided in 3 phases: launch, sustain, and drive. It's going to be an open competition, and its objective is to achieve at least TRL 8, and always in collaboration with big companies, corporates. We will offer Epicentre Academy through all 3 phases. And what about the financial support? As I already mentioned, this is a project funded by the European Commission, and selected SMEs and startups will receive up to 42,400 euros for the acceleration program and up to 6,850 for the Academy of Epicentre. Why up to? Because it's on a competition. So the first phase is the launch. So the SMEs and startups that will get access to the launch will have 1,400 euros for the acceleration program and 850 for the academy. Then the selected PYME SMEs and startups will go to the next phase, the sustain, and then these ones will reach 31,000 euros and 3,500 euros. And the last phase, they will obtain up to 10,000 euros and 2,500 euros for the Epicentre Academy. Why do we have these two sections? So the first, you will receive two different amounts of fund, one for the acceleration program. So you will be working on the prototype, testing together with the corporate. And then there is the other fund amount for the Epicentre Academy, which we will introduce later. So this last, as already mentioned, these last months, we've been working with the corporates, and they have presented challenges, real challenges that they are facing right now. We have been working on these innovation action lines, and we have three topics. The first topic is digital and fintech. And for this topic, we found two big challenges. The first one is how to apply digital finance solution to create cross-sectoral fields. And then we have digital fintech challenge 2, where they are focused on digital payment and digital identity. These are the two main challenges, but you will see in our page, in our website, that inside these challenges, we have sub-challenges. So you can go and check it out and see what are the sub-challenges that we have in this big one. Then we also have the next topic, which is agri-food, innovation in agri-food. In this case, we have two challenges. The first one is monitoring the health status of food production and shelf life extension. And then we have the next challenge, which is new packaging materials and a smart use of resource in terms of sustainability, automation, and security. And last, we have the action line of innovation in health. In these terms, the first challenge is development of new digital solution for patients and families, and then a new therapeutic solution derived from natural products and organic extractions. As mentioned, for each challenge, we have sub-challenges. I haven't included here in this presentation, but you can go to the website and check out what are the sub-challenges more specific from each challenge. So, in more detail, the acceleration program and the academy. Now, as I mentioned, we started the first call, started yesterday, 28th of March, and you have 2 months to propose and do the application of the projects. It will close 29th of May at 5 p.m. Then we will publish the results on July 2023. This is the first call. If you don't have any chance to participate in this call, we will be launching another call in October, which we will give you more information in the coming months. So from these proposals that you will be doing, we will rank the 25 top projects. These 25 top projects will be starting the launch phase, where they will be doing bootcamps, mentoring, and preparing to do a video pitch to show to the corporates. For this first launch, it will last 4 months, and the amounts for the fund that what I already mentioned, you can see this in the picture. It's 1,400 euros for the acceleration and 1,850 for the academy. Then we will select from these 25 projects, we will select 12 that will go to the sustain phase. This is the sustain phase where it will last 11 months, and it's growth oriented. This is where you're going to be working on the prototype, and you will be doing a strategic and technical plan of the prototype and do the prototype ready to test with the corporate. Apart from that, you will have mentoring, and finally, we will have the Epicentre Gala where you will present the projects. And last, the 3 projects selected will be go on the dry phase, where it's getting ready to the market update. So you will be working on product market fit assessment, and you will also have academy, where you will have pitching trainings and other competence trainings. And it will last 5 months. So we will start with 25, then we will select 12, and we will select 3. It will be always together with the corporates. They will select the project that fits the most for their challenge. Who can apply to this project? So first of all, you have to be an EU member state or associated to the SMP, meaning Iceland, Norway, or Liechtenstein. And we also encourage Ukraine. You have to belong on the value chain of health, agri-food, digital, ICT, and fintech sector. And finally, you have to be an SME, including startups, according to the EU definition. Also, I would like to mention that I've been always talking about projects, because you can participate as a consortium. You can be maximum of 3, mixing SMEs or startups, and present a project proposal. All the amounts mentioned are per project, not per SME or startup. Very important documents. You will find on our website these 2 documents, the call for proposal and the subgrant agreement. The call for proposal, you have there all the details, the official document of the call. You will see the acceleration program, the academy, how to submit a proposal, eligible costs, the evaluation process, very important. You can see what will give you the more points, how you formalize the participation, what papers do we need, and etc. So that's a very important document to check. And you can also find the subgrant agreement. You can check there the requirements that all the selected projects will have to sign according to the conditions for the funding. How to apply? How to apply? So you can already start doing the proposals. You will find a button on the website called application form, and you can already present your project proposal. And the deadline for the submission is May 29th at 5 p.m. So you can have here the link of the website. You can scan this QR where you will go to the website. You can find all the details, all the documents. You can find them on the website. We also have our LinkedIn page, Epicentre Project, which I invite you to follow us and check our last post. Yesterday we posted about what corporates have been working with us, and also we share with you this Epicentre email where you can ask us any question and any doubt. As well, in the website, you will have a forum, Q&A forums, where you can just ask any questions there, and we will answer as soon as possible. So this has been a very brief introduction of the Epicentre project. I hope you enjoyed it and it was clear. And any question you can ask in the chat or send us an email. Thank you very much. And now we will move forward to the next speaker, Iolanda Marchueta. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Give me a second. Okay. Ready. That's it. Can you see the screen? Yeah, and could you hear me well? Okay, so ready. Let's start. Breaking barriers. Yeah, that's me. I think that I'm opening the session today. So let's move forward. Good morning to everyone. Today, 29th March, 2023. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to everyone. Breaking Barriers is a webinar dedicated to empowering subject matter experts, startups, women to overcome obstacles and reach new heights in their professional journeys through Epicentre project. First of all, I would like to thank Euroclusters and Epicentre for inviting me to this call today. I'm really happy to be here and hope that we will enjoy this session. The title of this presentation is Women Entrepreneurship and Women Leadership, which is a really relevant topic. And I'm really happy and proud to share some experience and some thoughts and reflections about this topic. So thanks again for the invite. I will be here with you 1 hour and a half. It's really a pity always, no, when we are online, that I cannot see your faces, I cannot hear you. But I asked Albert that he will be your voice. So please, this is not, solo. I'm not going here to talk alone. So I'm going to raise lots of questions. And I hope that, we will have a kind of interaction. Please keep, I will try to keep you awake this morning. So the idea is, as I said, not to have a very interactive session. Epicenter. Núria already explained what is Epicenter, this new European project, a great opportunity to accelerate many different projects. But yes, I decided to look, to Google and to see, the definition of epicenter. Epicenter, as a noun, it's the part of the Earth's surface directly above the starting point of an earthquake. So it's the superficial part, above this starting point. If we look at the epicenter, so we can see the hypocenter and the epicenter. So, as I said, epicenter is the location above in the surface, and hypocenter is the center, where everything starts. And then suddenly, I realized that was incredible, because I said, this is exactly what I'm going to talk about today. We are going to talk about leadership, and then probably at this moment you will say, what Iolanda is explaining, So earthquakes and now leadership. So yes, it's quite similar at in some extent. You will discover in the next slide. So. And maybe now it's a kind of a spoiler, because I'm just going to give you these details, and we will explain a bit further later. So, but we can consider these 3 levels of leaderships. So one thing is the personal leadership. We can just mirror with the epicenter, the personal leadership in the inner levels, and then we have also the other layers, the private and public leadership, and the public leadership, it's more in the surface, will be more like the epicenter level of leadership. So I think it's a good, I've seen this type of similarities, and I thought, okay, that's perfect, because we can start talking about leadership, comparing, the 3 levels of leadership with these seismic waves. But as I said, we will go in a more deep dive later. So again, a starting side, self-leadership, and then this private public leadership which is more linked with the societal, organizational, managerial, and interpersonal things, influencing other people. So, but first we need to realize who we are, which are our powers, which are our powers, superpowers, or attributes. Okay, the presentation today, I think that probably you have seen the agenda, but if not, we can just go quickly. So the idea is to talk about leadership and women entrepreneurship. I've just split it into parts, but we will see everything probably a bit mixed. The idea is to explain like a storytelling, first-hand and hands-on experience, being a launch team leader. So yes, I was a leader in big corporates for over a decade, turning ideas into reality, making things happen first time ever, and managing cross-functional, cross-cultural, transversal, traditional face-to-face teams, but also remote, in this VUCA world. VUCA, probably most of you know, no? That means volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. This is the world where we are living today. And then also, when we were preparing with the team, with this and the Epicentre team, no, we were preparing also this presentation. They also asked me, no, why we cannot explain also, no, this entrepreneurship, but maybe personal entrepreneurship, no? And I said, okay, this is we can also talk about a bit, no, about becoming a Gen X entrepreneur, because I'm not young. So, but I decided at some point, no, to start a new adventure, no, by my own. So I consider now, no, a bit like you, no. And I decided, no, to up and reskill myself. So that's why I'm also considered a lifelong learner, no, connecting with global and local ecosystems, no. That's why we are here, no, in this type of clusters and ecosystems, no, cultivating a culture of commons, so giving and taking, no, so we can help, no, each other, no, and we need to work, no, together, no, to accelerate projects. Yes, let's continue. First question. So, Albert, please let me know if you are ready. You are ready. Okay, you're ready. Who am I? So, use the chat. Is there anyone in the chat that know me? Surprise. No? No. Ah, yes? Okay. No? Okay. Fine. We have a yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So next question. The next question is, do you think you don't know? Most of you, majority, no, said no. You don't know me. That's correct, probably. Do you think I am a leader? That's a big question. You can put no, that's not a problem. So it's, what do you think? What's your thoughts? Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, the next question is, who are you? Wow. I don't know how many people now is online, but as I said, this is for me, it's a pity that I cannot see your faces, no? But if I ask you, who are you a leader? Do you consider yourself as a leader? So I want to see yes, no. How many people consider that? Yeah. So more yes than no's, or more no's than yes, or what we can see. Albert, do you consider you are a leader? That's a good. That's wow. Follower fighters. Okay. Wow. Thank you. sometimes. So, fantastic. Thank you. Good. Teams.
Her lives, her leading herself, and then leading teams. We've
Teams.
got some no's as well. Got some no's. Got a
Fantastic.
bit of.
No,
mixed-
I'm taking
basic-
notes. The point is that I cannot, I take the notes, I took notes, but I cannot now, I just forget the names. But it's incredible. I really liked the answers. Anything else, Albert, or we can move forward? We can continue?
We can move forward. Yeah, there's
Okay,
a bit of
perfect.
mixed up.
Mix up. So probably I would say yes, you are leaders. The other thing is, what kind of leaders are you? We have seen some responses. No, I'm more like a follower or a fighter, or leading my life, or leading teams, or more or less some days. No.
Mm-hmm.
So the next question is: leaders are made or born? Let's see what people said, but quickly.
What do you think? Quickly,
Made or born? I said that you are leaders. You are leaders. Yes, you are. We will discover which kind of leaders you are.
And don't do like I do and say it depends.
It depends. Made
See,
or
both.
born?
There we go. Both.
So as I said, leaders are made, not born. So that's my statement. Maybe we can agree or not, but that's my statement, and you are leaders. I'm here, so who am I? Know what I can bring to this session. I don't know if it's really important or not. For me, always when I'm presenting or I'm teaching, for me, always the most important is who you are, no, and what you can take away from this session. So I don't like, to prepare like a plenary sessions. What I really like is just to have some interactions, and that finally you take some takeaways. No, that's the most important. No? Who are you? So please take your pencil, paper, and take your takeaways, because probably at the end of the session I will ask you randomly, which are the most important takeaways, of this session. Who am I? So I have to briefly describe myself. Who am I? I'm considering myself. I'm a scientist. I do follow the science. I did a master, a PhD degree in organic chemistry many years ago. I'm passionate about management and teaching. Also, I think I'm a creative person, good at innovation and implementation, curious and lifelong learner. If I have just in short, to describe myself. As I said, it's a pity that I cannot see your faces, but maybe some days, we can. In the future, we will meet in person. So also, I don't know if you are familiar with the Ikigai. Ikigai, it's a Japanese concept. Where if you can Google Ikigai, probably some of you are familiar with Ikigai, so describes, it helps you to identify what you are good at, your passions, why you are paid, and also what the let's say the world needs from you, So and if you find the sweet spot, the intersection, probably you will be, a top performer, in this intersection. So I decided when I became a freelance 1.5 years ago, a kind of entrepreneur, to work on my Ikigai. And just to identify myself, I'm good at this, I'm passionate about that, I'm paid, people pay me for this, and maybe the world needs people like with these attributes, So I can divide myself in these 3 pillars, My experience is in pharma healthcare. I've been working in this sector over the last 25 years. As I said before, I'm passionate about management, and I think I'm good at innovation. In big figures, so more than 20 years experience, more than 150 launches worldwide, executed on time, in full, every time. I've worked with and for more than 15 big corporates participated in 2.2 billion strategic transactions. Yeah, and I also received some awards, recognitions, I have some patents, papers, and books. So this is me in short. So today, I'm not going to talk about Formula One. Usually, no, this is some typical picture, no, that when people talk about leadership, no, it's, yeah, Formula One. I'm not going to talk about soccer. I'm not fan of football or soccer. And this picture, it's funny because it's a very old picture. I don't know if maybe Marc or Albert or someone in line recognize this picture. It's a very old picture. And do you recognize this picture? So the great Barca, when it was super famous. So yeah, Messi is not in Barca now, and Iniesta, and okay, but maybe I feel more, close to this picture. Wow, this is the female or the woman Barca team. And I start to be a bit more interested, in football, in the last years, when we can see women also, celebrating, these victories, But as I said, I'm not here to talk about football. I'm not going to talk about, these, philharmonicas or orchestras. Or, the famous chef like here have Ferran Adrià, or this is something different. So we can see a multi-transplant team, probably not famous. Who knows if I'm going to talk a bit of this. So, I'm not going to talk about Formula Ones, football, big orchestras or philharmonicas, super multi-transplant teams, or big chefs. So, all of them for me, it's linked with maybe with prestige, with recognition, fame, with huge budgets, sponsors. But if we look at these photos, it's not only the pilot or the captain or the orchestra man or the main physician or the big chef. What we can see in all these photos, it's clear, So it's a lot of people, right? And there is something in common, So we need coordination, communication, training, preparation, and also this excellence, to become really a leader in their fields. But no, I'm not also going to talk about Daniel Goleman's 6 leadership styles. By the way, have you read this bestseller, The Emotional Intelligence? Have you ever heard about Daniel Goleman's? Is there anyone in the chat that have read it or knows the different leadership styles? For those that you don't know which type of leader you are, a fighter, follower, So maybe Daniel Goleman will help you to discover, But it's true also, there was a comment before, that maybe depending on the context, depending on the moment, we can also change the leadership style, or apply different or combine different leadership styles. So the question was, is there anyone online that have read or knows Daniel Goleman? Okay. No? Okay. So this is a good bed reading. So I would recommend you take away for you other good readings or other interesting things. No, if you want to understand more or learn more about leadership, there is also this situational leadership. No, this is. The model, no, described by Dr. Paul Hersey and Dr. Kent Blanchard. Again, no. If you like this topic, there are really good readings. Yes, there are so many, no, books, papers, no, subject matter experts, practitioners. So yeah, probably Simon Sinek, it's quite famous, or Adam Grant, or Mr. Covey. No, there are so many good readings, and Drucker, so who everybody knows, no, Peter Drucker, or also The Art of War. So many good readings, no, that are around, no, or talking about leadership. And the truth is that if we look at the competencies, no, the future competencies, the top 10 skills, no, according to the World Economic Forum or other surveys, no, for instance, this is the survey, no, a very nice chart in the left-hand side, no, we can see a chart with the different competences, future competences needed in the future, no, prepared by McKinsey. So we can see that leadership, no, it's one of the most important and growing competences, no, and also the same, no, in the World Economic Forum, no. So this is something that we all need to learn and also pay attention, because this will be super important, no, in our future. So if I could have asked you, describe a leader you admire. This is a question, eh? So $1 million question. A leader that you admire. So can you write a name, the first thing that came to your mind? So, and why, no? So who is a leader for you? Why is a leader, and which skills, attributes, no, are connected, no, with this leader? So I need to, yeah, so magic happens, Albert. What?
I can start by myself, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
My thoughts.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it will be shared with many, but one of my great leaders is my grandma.
Ah.
My grandma is a great leader. Her passion, and I know, it's just her. She transmits so much power, and she's an amazing person. Joan Poete says Pep Guardiola is a good leader. Steve Jobs, there's some more thoughts. What else? Any other?
Steve Jobs, okay.
Who are your leaders? Come on. We have no leaders. Rosa says my grandfather as well.
Okay.
Good sources of inspiration.
Inspiration. Mm-hmm.
What else? So far, Pep Guardiola, Steve Jobs, grandmas. Moms as well.
Moms.
Father's family, and also
Moms.
Marie Curie.
Marie Curie. Thank you. We need more reference women.
Alba says, my last boss. Oh,
wow.
That's great. That's a good.
That's good. It's not easy to find a good boss or to find a, yeah.
She says, his people first and encourage us to follow his lead. It's good. Jamie says a rugby player called Charlotte Kaslik.
Okay.
We've got parents, my first boss as well, from Gabriela. We've got Carlo Ancelotti. We've got Messi as well from my colleagues. We've got Francois Pienaar.
Okay, good. So what we can see, so this is a workshop. Thank you. So, but this is again another takeaway for you. So remember, after this session, think about who are or who is your leader, who are your leaders, but not only who, the person, why they are leaders. Maybe they did something relevant, important, or maybe because, I don't know, it's like the grandmother or grandfather or brother or sister or mother, that they inspire you. Why? And also the skills, the attributes. So this is something that I used to do with a type of workshops, in a workshop format. So you can see here, the different examples, who, why. And there are many answers, as we have seen now the example. So maybe it's family, friends, the grandma, the father, the sister, brother, the mom, or also artists, religious people, business people like Steve Jobs, or activists or scientists like Marie Curie, change makers, artists, politicians. But also sometimes they're good and bad leaders. So now probably we have just identified like good leaders or leaders that influence you in a positive way. But also there are dictators, and for instance, that we all know, so other bad leaders. So just thinking that in this type of workshops, we can also identify, this is a bad leader, and why is a bad leader, and also the attributes, So, but leaders in a modern world, also influencers, now they have a lot of power. These influencers. The message here, or with this exercise, we can realize that we all have a different type of leaders. We are inspired by different type of people. So, as I said, you are leaders. If your action inspires others to dream more, lead more, or do more, or become more, you are a leader. I really like this definition, because I really believe, that we all, maybe as a team players, as a maybe as a family members, we have friends, so we can inspire others, and we need to inspire others like this, dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. So I'm sure that at some extent we all are leaders. In my case, I'm a very self-taught, experimental person, so I don't really like to follow rules, models, styles. I think that we all have our own style. And my experience, as I said before, so I was a launch team leader. So for many years, almost 11 years, leading transversal teams, leading by doing, and I consider myself a servant leader, which means that I was helping others, the team, someone said, leading teams, and this is something that I will stress later, So I was leading teams, helping others, to achieve more. So another thing that I really like always, why I'm here, So how I can, contribute, what I can bring to this session, which is by my level, skill level, in this session, So I'm really as a master, 25 years a team member, So I think that this is for me the most important, With a team, we can achieve more, 12 years, officially as a team leader, and also 9 years as a traditional manager, So I think I'm okay, quite good, I would say. But the most important is, become that even if you are a team leader, you will be always a team member, right? Yes, as a launch team leader, I was responsible to lead these teams, and we deliver more than 150. I think it was 200 or 250. At some point, I decided to stop counting the number of launches in the pharma healthcare sector. So different therapeutic areas with different presentations and formats, different companies and different business models. In this ultra VUCA world. And what I've learned during these years is that always, launching a product, introducing a new product or service in the market, we always face similar challenges, similar type of risks, similar problems, and same, and always, there are always same or similar key success factors. So, next question. Have you ever participated in a product service launch?
Any thoughts on this one? Nothing so far. I can start by myself again. So I was working in, so I work with innovation all day. So we're all day participating in new product or service launches. And that's what I like about my job. It's like new things every day. There's a lot of yeses in the...
Okay, good.
100%. Statistic is 100% yes so far.
Yeah, in fact, they have another presentation, different type, but yes, we all have participated in a product launch, and this was the COVID vaccine. Yes, as a customers, end customers, but we all were waiting, for these vaccines, in the middle of the pandemic. So, but yes, we can participate in a product launch, as Albert said, in many different ways. One thing is the people that develop the ideas. The other, it's more like maybe scale. Other are more people linked in business. So we will see a bit now. But yes, I'm pretty sure that we all have participated in a product launch. Yes, if we look here at the different TRLs, my understanding is that the people that are participating in this Epicenter program, will cover different, or will be in different phases. Probably there will be teams or projects in a more early stages. Then there will be other projects in a more mature phases or more later stages. That's correct? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, perfect. So, but the idea is that yes, we all need to start with this eureka moment. There is a unmet need. There is a new solution. There is a pain that we can solve. So usually it's this eureka moment. And then there is a long journey. Before entering in the market. And if we have a look at the product life cycle, that probably you all are familiar. So we have different phases. There is development phases, and then also the marketable phases, and then in case then there is a decline or the listing, or when the product become obsolete. So the launch phase, this new product introduction, it's a very narrow. If we look, if we compare with the whole product life cycle, the introduction is a very narrow phase, but it's quite critical. If you can follow the movement, we will see that looking in the different TRLs, so when we are here in the launch phase, it's just when we finish, complete the development, and then we have really a marketable product, and we can introduce them, So, which means that is the summary of many years of effort, effort and innovation. It's not easy, So there are many people know. It seems like a buzzword, It's everything. It's innovation, but innovation, it means a lot of effort, energy, working hard, determination, because it will need time and a lot of resources, and also a bit of luck. So in the introduction part, it's just this narrow phase, and after many years of development. In my case, I will go very quickly through this, but if I can just describe myself, so I was like many of you, in the early TRLs, so working in basic research and also in applied research. scaling up, let's say, molecules during many years in R&D projects. In phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, helping all the clinical trials. Then many years in this new product introduction center of excellence, and also covering also the life cycle management and with open and closed innovation activities. So this is me, and then here, this is my today, my new situation. But my experience is working along the end-to-end value chain of this pharma products life cycles. So yes, and even I got an exceptional leadership award and many team heroes, other or CEO awards. But again, for me, this is not really relevant. Where this all began? It began in 2011. This is a building, the Almirall building. Almirall is a middle-sized family company here in Spain. At that time, Almirall in 2011, it was one of the big pharmas in Spain, with more than 500 people dedicated to R&D. And everything begins here. Yes, wow, with the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, the COPD. I don't know if maybe you probably not know, but probably you know someone that is suffering from COPD. According to the World Health Organization, is the third leading cause of death worldwide. So, wow, the third case of death, no? Also, the COPD, it's also known as a smoking disease. And this is, as I said, a very, very deadly disease. And everything starts with this device, the Genware device, and also with a molecule. The active pharmaceutical ingredient, with a technology and also with a molecule. And my, let's say, my role, I was appointed in 2011 to launch this product. It was an international launch. And yes, maybe it was like this. I was appointed, Iolanda, you will be the launch team leader, for this international launch of one of the most strategic products in the company. And yes, and we need to supply, this product, that will help people with COPD, to have a better quality of life. But of course, it was not me alone. As I said, the most important is the team. We have an incredible team, and that I was fortunate to work with incredible people, So again, launch team leader, the most strategic product of the company, first launch in decades, making it happen first time ever, international launch, a very complex, difficult launch, multiple SKUs, brands, and partners. Yes, I got the title. So my job description was launch team leader. I got the title, but the title didn't make a leader. Leadership is not a title. Hope that you agree. If there is maybe someone that disagree, it's maybe you can raise the hands, or maybe we can discuss later. But honestly, I got the title. My job description was launch team leader in Almirall and later on in AstraZeneca, but the title didn't make a leader. Another question, how long a new product introduction takes? Wow, I will be very quickly, because if not, we will not, I only need one person that can answer quickly. Food product, generic, pharmaceutic, customer, electronics. I know that, I heard that there are people that works in technology, in agro-food, and then also in pharma. So this is another takeaway for you. So I need a volunteer that can answer quickly all these questions. And it's not Albert. In general, this is an average. So this is I know that it's not. This is just a general picture, no, quite a standard picture, but just guessing, no, guessing quickly. We need a volunteer that responds quickly. A food, I don't know, months, years. Pharma product, new device, new electronic, new mobile, new computer, new car, a new plane. Thank you, Josep. 16 weeks. Wow. Yes, for what? Exactly. You are very optimistic, guys, no? 16 weeks and 1.5 years. Or maybe I didn't appointed the right people in the past, no? But you are super fast. Who else? A new car, a new plane.
The chat, okay. Either way. Gabriela says for software, it can range from months to about 4 years, depending on complexity and if you want to build properly.
Excellent. Okay, what else?
Alba Tomas, you said 1.5 years, but again, I don't know what sector you're referring to.
No worries, I will continue. So if we look here this is of course an average, no? A time to market, years from the concept to market. TRLs, I don't know in which TRL are you, and just give you the perspective, no? Looking forward, no? So looking ahead. If you are developing a new consumer electronics, yes, this is the shortest. Let's say development timeline, no, 1 to 5 years, no, maybe it could be more complex as the colleague said, maybe, yeah, depending if it's complex, could be, of course, takes 4 years. The new food product, roughly 2 years, new car 4 years, generic pharmaceutical 5 years, commercial aircraft 6-8 years, and then biopharmaceutical 10-12. So yeah, it's just to give you a picture, no, that okay, where are you, in which field are you, in which sector are you, what are your solutions, no, how long it will take to introduce this product in the market, no. In the case of aclidinium, no, when it was in 2011, no, so we were in this moment, no, that after 15 years, no, so imagine, pharma, after 15 years, no, we were ready to launch, we were ready, no, to introduce this product in the market. So we can see here newspaper in Spain, no, this is aclidinium, the Almirai, the new driver now in Almirai by Stoke, so it's a potential, a very interesting potential relevant news, no, Almirai will launch the star, no, the shining star, no, in Spain. So there were huge expectations, no, and as I said, at that time, no, I was previously project manager, and I was appointed as a team leader. So, and I start my reflections, no, what means, no, team leader, no, means, no, or team or leader means, no, which are the difference between a manager and a leader, no, and yeah, I couldn't find any book, no, it's coming soon, no, the real disruptive leadership book, no, coming soon, no. So there were many, but not a real manual. Of course, that at that time, no, Guardiola was one of the most famous leaders, no, in terms of soccer, no, and he also published this this book. But as I said, I was not interested in soccer, so I decided I'm not going to buy it. No, but what I remember is that in the football matches, no, they always, when they win all these prizes and awards, no, they always play, no, they Coldplay "Viva la Vida." No, I don't know if you remember, no, these lyrics and the music, no, and. Yeah, what comes to my mind is that, oh, I like this energy, no? So when people, no, are leading, no, in this case, no, football, no, they were the team leaders, no, in football, no, they were enjoying, there was a positive energy, no, and I really like this music, no? And in my case, yes, I didn't have a book, a reference book or anything, so I just started with a white paper, no, with, okay, let's start, no? Sometimes, no, and most of the times, no, when you have a team, you cannot hire only best in class, no, that, yeah, there are different people, no, and you don't have the option, no, to appoint, no, the best in class, no. Also, sometimes depending on the context, no, so you can work in a small, as you said, a small company or a startup or middle-sized company, or it's different, no, or a big corporate, no. And sometimes, no, you are new, no, so that was my case, no, a new project launched, no, there was no reference, no one to mirror, no, in my organization, very complex, competitive environment, no, also, yeah, competing with large corporates, no, so yes, it's not easy, no, we are not alone in the world, no. And the product was the result of 15 years, no, of research with a very complex supply chain, long lead times, and also asymmetric teams, no, people with different backgrounds, different attributes, different skills, no. And me, I had no experience as a leader before, no, so it was really challenging, and I was here, no, I was there, so okay, let's go, no. I will move forward because it will be easy for you to understand a bit. But in my case, no, I was a leader, leading cross-functional transversal teams and full dedicated teams on site, in person, no, with no budget, no. I was new in the role, with no experience, with no potestas and autoritas, yes and no. That's where we are going now, no, to discuss about the potestas and autoritas. But this was the context. I hope that you have understood the picture. It was really a very challenging moment. And autoritas and potestas. One thing is when you are boss, a traditional boss. I think some of you said, no, my boss, no, that you had when you were thinking about leaders, no, it was my last boss, no, wow. So this means a lot, no. He only didn't have only the potestas, he also had the autoritas, no. One thing is the potestas, you have a power and you have a team, no, and you can take decisions, no, and which is fine, no. But the most important, it's not only the potestas, it's the autoritas, no, that people recognize you, no, your wisdom, that they can also rely on you. And in my case, the day one, when I was appointed, no, I didn't have the potestas and the autoritas. People knew me in the company, no, I was like a high talented employee, but I never had the opportunity before to lead anything, no. So it was like, okay, I was a leader or not. And with no budget, because when you have budget and you can then maybe prepare offsites or nice activities, no, or team building activities. But when you don't have, let's say, budget, no, yeah, it's quite complex, no, to manage this situation. Just to show you the picture here, I can imagine that probably most of you are working in middle companies. But depending on the size of the company, you can have different organizational charts. If you are working in a more traditional company, we can have this like the functional leadership, where the leader have different people, staff reporting directly to this leader. This is and this type of leader has the potestas, no, and the autoritas, or at least the potestas, the power. When you are leading transversal teams, which was my case, no, you know that you will never have the potestas, and the only thing that you can get is the autoritas, right? The other thing is that if you are like a traditional leader and you only have the potestas, you have a really a big problem, and we will see why. Because people usually don't like bosses, or at least based on many different surveys, no, 70% of the people quit their jobs because voluntarily, because they don't agree, no, with their bosses. So that's why it's so important, again, not only having the potestas, to get also the autoritas. To get, no, what we need at the end, no, is that people are happy, no, are enjoying their jobs, no, and are performing well. So that's the reason why it's important to have both. So the other thing is probably you know, no, Aristotle, no, and the 3 pillars of persuasion and influence. So we also need to work to think, you know, about the good combination, no, of the head and the cred. No, it's also the emotions, no, the arguments, and also the honesty and the integrity. And especially in those days, no, I think that when we talk, no, about the sustainable goals, no, when we want to inspire people, no, I think that these 3 elements are crucial, no, to work with emotions, no, with the passions, no, with the arguments, but also with integrity, no, and honesty. And these 3 elements, no, will help you, no, to lead, no, your teams, your life, no, and I think that even if it's old, let's say, recommendation, I think that always, no, are still, no, let's say, are still working, no. In Spain, we said, agárrate que vienen curvas, no? Hold on your hats, no? It was a difficult moment, no? It was a challenging moment. But sometimes in your life, no, you don't have options, no? So it's